Hello everybody, Seal here. We are back and today we are going to go do the thing with some stuff, free some gosh darn ogres. I hope you all are having a fine, fantastic week on this excellent Wednesday, just before the coming of June, the Wonder Woman movie, and many other great things. So today, we are going to talk about the news. So, in the past few days, some pretty terrible things have happened. There was the terrorist attack in Manchester, which, is awful. And bringing up Wonder Woman in the DC universe,
Get out of here! Greetings, traveler.
the Snyders are no longer working on
Enough talk.
the Justice League movie.
I welcome you. Can you think of a better? I don't believe I asked for your opinion on. Help! Help! I'm being attacked!
Yeah, so that happened. Like, it's just been a few days of just. What? 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 This bitch is crazy. It's just been a few days of, like, super depressing things. And it has me a little down.
I'm just warming up.
That's for sure. I think that thing. People say the news today is, oh, we can't kill him? Oh, alright. Can we kill you? No, alright. People say that, like, the news today is just, like, everything's gone downhill, right? I don't necessarily think that's the case. I'm pretty sure the world has pretty consistently always been terrible. If I'm to hazard a guess. I just think we're all able to see it a lot easier right now. It's just been a really shitty few days. I mean, again, not for me personally. I had nothing. None of that directly influences me. It's just, I mean, I'm not sociopathic enough to realize that that's a reason to care less, I guess. I don't know. Makes me sad, man. Makes me sad, man. Which,
Showing your face was the last mistake you'll ever
this guy's wearing Daedric armor.
I've much better fearsome than you.
I can't. Thank you. These dudes are like stacked. Yeah. So, yeah, I still have to do my recordings today, though, because, I mean, I'm trying to be consistent. And holy shit. I'm going to be, probably streaming later today. Not right away, because
This over with.
I want to finish this and then get back to editing. If anyone knows of any, like, free program where I could, like, put an audio track into it and then label, like, pictures on top of it, I would normally just use, Windows Movie Maker if that was still a goddamn thing. I've, almost finished editing the first hour and a half of our first session of D&D. And I have a lot of D&D going on in my life right now, which is super cool. I'm very excited. It is my birthday next week, and I mean, holy shit, she fucking sent me flying. To be fair, I'm pretty sure we can like disarm.
You're pathetic. Ha! You'll never take me down.
Could you attack this thing? That's literally beating the shit out of me, please. No? Alright. Let's just very quickly put some souls into this. But yeah, it's my birthday next week. I'm not expecting much of anything to happen. My mother is very nicely getting me the new Fire Emblem game, which has me excited because again, it's a remake of an old Fire Emblem game that I had the ROM for like once, but it was in Japanese, so I never ended up playing all the way through it.
What's the matter?
And that has me excited. Because I love Fire Emblem, and I love the old Fire Emblems. Like, Shadow Dragon? Was that the name of the remake of the first one with Marth? I don't remember, honestly. They're fun games. I just really, like, if I can talk about Fire Emblem for just a few minutes, I really did not like Conquest. Like, I got like 8 missions into Conquest, and I'm like, oh, this is just like a crash grab, money hungering bullshit.
Whatever it was, it's gone.
And I don't like it.
Nothing to worry about, I guess. Just my eyes playing tricks on me.
Like the fact that, you know, you had to pay $20 extra to experience the option of choice in the game is just grade A bullshit, that's for sure. Like, I really hated it. I don't remember freeing one of the other groups. Like, when it came to the choice, like, the moment where you get to make the choice in the game, and it's like, oh, you only own 1/3 of this game's content because you paid the price of a full game. And though all that other stuff was available on release day, we're going to charge you another entire brand new game to have the option of choice. And the fact that the campaigns, like, specifically level differently is what pisses me off, right? Like, I'm the kind of guy who enjoys a really hard game. Don't get me wrong. I have no problem that I picked the harder game to play. In fact, I like that. I like hard. I normally play through my Fire Emblem games on every difficulty setting because I normally enjoy them enough. 20 damage to play through them multiple times. With Conquest, it's different. The individual campaigns have their own difficulty setting, and which already sort of annoys me because, like, you can still put the game on like hard or lunatic, but the game you're playing is already more difficult than the other two playthroughs, and they are restricting your experience so that not everyone there isn't enough experience in the game for you to get everyone fully leveled. And there's no level you can sort of farm, like in Sacred Stones or Awakening, how there's those random encounters on the map. Oh, I don't think I have enough conjuration for that, do I? Expert, yeah, I should. Oh, maybe I already have the spell. Yeah, bound shield, okay. Um, and that really like rubbed me the wrong way. Like it really pissed me off because again, my whole reason for playing a Fire Emblem game is to one see every adorable support conversation I can get my hands on. That's why I still play Awakening. It's the reason I was super heartbroken when when I got my new DS and I lost my Fire Emblem save because Nintendo told me I either lose my Fire Emblem save or all of my Pokemon. And I went, well, that's an easy choice. I'm gonna lose the Fire Emblem save and you know keep all of the Pokemon I've caught in the last 8 years, 10 years, whatever. Um, since the first DS game for them came out. So I was like completely heartbroken when I was looking up the differences between the stories. I mean, I thought they would just be like the people you could recruit and the choices you can make, but they're like, "Oh no, the Conquest one, the game is just harder. There are more enemies, they're stronger, and you get reduced experience, so there's no way you can ever level up every one of your characters." And I'm like, what the fuck? Why? Like, the reason I play this game is to unlock all my characters' true potential. And the thing that normally pulls me back to a Fire Emblem game is knowing I can start the game over and end with a completely different final team, all of whom are fully leveled, or at least have reached their max potential, but still have a completely different team. This was especially true in Sacred Stones when they added in the ability for like every time you promoted a character's class, you got to choose what they become. So normally when a knight promotes in Fire Emblem, they become a general. They can become this huge armored unit. But in Sacred Stones, they could become that, or they could become a mounted knight, this huge, like general on a horse to counteract the lack of mobility of at the exchange of some of that defense that they would normally get. Like that was so
No one owns ogres but
like actually cool. Like I loved Sacred Stones, and as far as I know, it was the first of the English Fire Emblem games that had like that the tower in the center where you could just go and farm levels for new characters. Like because you would occasionally get a character who'd be like one of the prequel classes, who you have to level up like 10 times to do anything. And it's just like, oh, I don't have that. That's an alright spell. Fuck, that hammer is heavy. And it was so cool because you would get these characters who'd be like not a class yet, right? Because they represent young characters whose potential hasn't been met yet. 60 fucking pounds. And you would be like, all right, yeah, I can.
here.
No. All right, we have to leave the Fury. All right, let's go to enchant this blade, and then we'll go to modern. Well, in order to enchant this blade, we should really find a human to kill. Make sure we've fulfilled Black Soul Gem. And it was so cool because I would get this character, this kid, this apprentice mage, and it was the only way in the game to get a character who would use dark magic. And you could totally level him up, using that. Oh shit, time's up. that level, that farming level, and then you would be able to take him and turn him into a necromancer. And it was the only way in the game to get one of those, because he was the only character in the game, at least that I knew of, who could pick that dark path because he started as a prequel. In the new game, they're basically telling me, yeah, if you ever found a character like that, just it's gonna be almost impossible to level them up because they'll probably always die if they're ever attacked. Uh, Almost guaranteed, actually. Not that he wasn't in that, but the AI is easily abused, if for lack of a better word. So like, even if you do get him to max level, the experience you're using to do that would get two other people to max level. Essentially, it was just, dude, fuck Fire Emblem Conquest. I mean, it has some cool aesthetic things, but I really hope that the new one coming out is better, or I'm gonna be really heartbroken with Fire Emblem. And I don't know if I'll buy the next one that comes out after that, unless they really prove themselves. I'll be back in the next episode on Fridays, guys. Have a great day.